welcome to Old Habits. I think part of the feeling that comes from it is the feeling that it's organic. It's like patterns that you see in everyday life. And I think that in itself is something that intrigues me. And so it just feels right for that specific part of the body.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I've been tattooing for the 18th year now. Yeah, still enjoy it. Well, I was doing lots of figurative stuff first. I was doing a bit of everything at first. And then with the ornamental stuff, I'd always had an interest in it, but felt like that was kind of infinite with how I could explore it creatively. At first I used to take a lot of tattoo culture references because that was readily available and had been recorded, because they were either cultures that were dying out or had just died out. And I guess I ended up taking more references from stuff that doesn't really exist anymore, or markings, pre-Christian markings found in around the British Isles and Northern Europe. But this one was the first time I drew something where I thought I'd seen it before, and it kind of felt like it was the result of everything that had happened before that I'd absorbed, and then kind of just happened. I drew it with my internal dialogue switched off, and it just sort of appeared. Went through my reference and couldn't find it anywhere, and realised that the first time I'd seen it was through my own hand. Well, I tried to stay clear from meanings, because from what I've learnt so far, you can find the same motif in different cultures and they'll have different meanings in those cultures. And I think it's important when you're getting a tattoo to sort of take responsibility for what it means to you, because you're marking yourself for whatever reason. I think that gives you an opportunity to put whatever meanings into it. Sometimes I find meanings years after I've gotten a tattoo. I think that there's a fluidity in culture and a fluidity in art, which I acknowledge, but with a sensitivity to cultures that have been oppressed. I always have a sensitivity towards those kind of cultures, because you want to do it with respect.
If it's something I know is from a very specific culture, has very specific meanings in that culture, then unless I know like where it's derived from, or like who specifically wears it, then I wouldn't necessarily get it.
A typical appointment would usually be someone would say that they like a couple of photos, a couple of tattoos that I've done, and I would usually ask a few key questions and find out what it is about them that they like. And then I would pick up on the feeling of the image and then draw something new based on that feeling, as opposed to copying it. Some people prefer it to be more like the reference that they've chosen. Other people are more open to explore. When they're open to explore, that's great, because it gives me more of an opportunity to discover more.
I think when you walk into a tattoo shop, there can be that intimidating feeling of being like, you're in a space that's not yours, and so spending that much time like that closely with someone that you don't really know that well is already in a way like stepping out of your comfort zone, and sharing this moment that only you two will be experiencing at that time. And so in that way, I feel like all of that information goes into the tattoo. And so like if I look back at some of the work I have now, I'll remember that time, that place, those conversations, even the feelings that I had. And I think it's so crazy that you can just look at something and have all of that information.
People get tattooed for many reasons. Sometimes I tattoo people and they want to reclaim a part of their body. There's definitely a closeness after that. Some people share why they're getting their tattoo, and if I have listened to them and maybe given them some feedback based on my own experiences that are similar, it can bring us closer together. But there's definitely something that you both go through at the same time, a point of focus.
It's different to choosing a piece of flash, for example, that you know maybe is repeated, whereas also if you're drawing it on, you're very, I feel like you're almost extra in tune with the body because you're making it work within that space.
The tattoos that I've received that are more ornamental tend to be ones that don't go out of fashion, or I don't feel like I grow out of them, because the more figurative or stylistic ones lend themselves to more of a period of taste.
Awesome.
Quick and
Yeah, quick and
relatively
painless.